Meet Amelia Earhart, the fearless pilot who shattered records and soared into history. First woman to fly solo across the Atlantic, and then she vanished without a trace. Her mystery still captivates the world. Amelia Earhart, a remarkable figure in aviation history, was a pioneering American aviator who broke through barriers both in the skies and in the hearts of many. She was born on July 24, 1897, in Atchison, Kansas, into a family that cherished education and independence. Her childhood was filled with a sense of adventure and curiosity. From an early age, Amelia challenged traditional gender roles. She climbed trees, hunted rats with a rifle, and collected newspaper clippings about successful women in fields dominated by men. These early interests hinted at her future as a woman who would soar in both literal and metaphorical ways. Amelia's first encounter with an airplane came at the Iowa State Fair in 1908, but it didn't immediately capture her interest. That all changed on December 28, 1920, when she took a transformative 10-minute flight with pilot Frank Hawks. This experience sparked a lifelong passion for aviation. To support her flying lessons, she took on various jobs, including truck driving and photography. In 1921, she began her flight training under the guidance of female aviator Anita "Netta" Snook. Just a year later, she purchased her first airplane, a second-hand Kinner Airster biplane that she affectionately named the Canary. In 1923, Amelia became the 16th woman in the United States to earn a pilot's license from the Fédération Aéronautique Internationale, FAI. Amelia's career as a pilot truly took flight in the late 1920s. In 1928, she gained international fame as the first woman to fly across the Atlantic Ocean, albeit as a passenger aboard the Friendship, piloted by Wilmer Stoltz and Louis Gordon. Although she didn't pilot the aircraft, this achievement brought her widespread recognition and celebrity status. She celebrated with a ticker tape parade in New York City and received a reception at the White House from President Calvin Coolidge. From that point onward, Amelia leveraged her fame to advocate for aviation and women's rights. She authored books about her flying experiences, went on lecture tours, and championed women in aviation, quickly becoming a symbol of female empowerment. Her accomplishments continued to mount. In 1932, she made history again by becoming the first woman and only the second person after Charles Lindbergh to fly solo nonstop across the Atlantic Ocean. She flew from Harbour Grace, Newfoundland, to Culmore, Northern Ireland, in just under 15 hours. This solo transatlantic flight was fraught with challenges, including strong winds, icy conditions, and mechanical issues, but she landed safely, solidifying her place in history. For this remarkable achievement, she received numerous accolades, including the Distinguished Flying Cross from the U.S. Congress, the first ever awarded to a woman. That same year, she was appointed Vice President of National Airways, an airline company where she used her influence to promote commercial air travel. In 1935, Amelia became the first person to fly solo from Honolulu, Hawaii to Oakland, California, a daring flight over open water that many deemed impossible. She followed this with solo flights from Los Angeles to Mexico City and then from Mexico City to Newark, New Jersey. These journeys showcased her exceptional skill and bravery as a pilot. Beyond her aviation feats, Amelia was also a prolific writer and a strong advocate for women's equality. She published works like 20 Hours, 40 Men, and The Fun of It, sharing her adventures and perspectives on aviation and society. She encouraged women to pursue careers in science, engineering, and aviation through her lectures. In 1931, Amelia married publisher George P. Putnam while emphasizing her independence. She referred to their marriage as a partnership rather than a traditional union. Before their wedding, she famously wrote in a letter stating she wouldn't hold him to any medieval code of faithfulness, and she expected the same in return. Their relationship, though unconventional, was supportive, with Putnam serving as her publicist and manager, helping to organize her speaking engagements, book deals, and flights. Amelia's personal life reflected her belief in self-determination and gender equality, mirroring her public persona. By 1937, Amelia Earhart was determined to pursue her most ambitious goal, to become the first woman to fly around the world at the equator. She set off on this journey with navigator Fred Noonan in a twin-engine Lockheed Model 10 Electra. After facing several setbacks and delays, they successfully flew over 22,000 miles, covering much of the globe. Unfortunately, on July 2, 1937, During the most challenging leg of the flight from Laos, Papua New Guinea, to Holland Island in the Pacific, their plane disappeared. Despite extensive search efforts by the U.S. Navy and numerous theories over the years, neither Amelia nor Fred Newton was ever found. The mystery of their disappearance has become one of aviation's most enduring enigmas. Amelia Earhart was officially declared dead in absentia on January 5, 1939. Though her life ended in uncertainty, her legacy remains undeniable. She broke records, challenged stereotypes, and opened the skies to women during a time when they were expected to stay grounded. Amelia's courage and vision left a lasting impact on aviation and women's rights. Her name is etched in history as a symbol of daring and determination. Schools, airports, scholarships, and even lunar craters have been named in her honor. Generations of girls and women have looked up to her as an inspiration, demonstrating what can be achieved when one dares to dream and pursues their passions with courage. In the years since her disappearance, researchers, explorers, and historians have continued to explore what happened on that fateful flight. From theories about crash landings to ideas that she lived under a different identity, the speculation has only added to her legend. Yet, perhaps the most crucial aspect of Amelia Earhart's story is not how it ended, but how she lived fearlessly, passionately, and with an unwavering belief in the power of possibility. In a world still striving for gender equality, Amelia Earhart stands as a beacon, encouraging us all to pursue our passions, confront challenges head-on, and never shy away from taking flight. Thank you for joining us for Amelia Earhart, the fearless aviator who vanished into legend.